Equestria Girls is owned by Hasbro Studios and DXX Media. Please support the official release. No money is made from this video. It has no commercial purpose whatsoever. Please enjoy. Thanks. Hello YouTube, T-Sparks here for a quick review of the latest Equestria Girls special, Forgotten Friendship. There will be spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it and then come back and watch my review. This was a nice special. It's one of the best ones they've done yet with the Equestria Girls TV series. I think we can all call it that now. It had some of the stuff we've been wanting from Equestria Girls for quite a long time. It had Sunset in a premiere role where it was mainly about her. She wasn't trying to solve others' problems this time. It was her own problem she had to deal with. And her reaching out to Twilight was great. And of course, the biggest moment of all, her reconnecting with Princess Celestia. We all wanted this to happen ever since we saw the Rainbow Rocks. Before that, we really didn't care that much about Sunset. And it was a nice scene. Princess Celestia is such a freaking troll. The way she looked at Sunset like, I don't know if I should trust you. Oh, the first thing she said after Twilight got back from the first movie was, is Sunset okay? So you never fooled me, Celestia. But I do love how intimidating Celestia was in that moment. She put her wings out, make herself look bigger and more intimidating. She's really good at the theatrics of ruling, that's for sure. It was nice that Luna was there too. She had a very minimal role, but it does raise some questions. Why was Luna there and not asleep? And why don't they give Luna her own throne? She's just standing there next to Celestia. It makes her look inferior. We don't want Nightmare Moon to happen again. But I loved Twilight, Princess Twilight, in this one. She was such at her adorable self that we missed the past couple seasons. We've seen it here and there, but she was really on her roll this episode. the fangirling, the screaming, don't take this away from me. That was some of the best stuff in this thing. Now, there is a few things in this special that are kind of weird. I'll bring up the most important one. Why did the classroom door lock from the inside? And why couldn't they go out the other door? It's the most important question in this special, you all know it. I don't know why they did it that way, it's kind of confusing. Wouldn't it have made more sense if she put something in front of the door or something? I don't know. And why exactly would she need to lock them in there anyway, since she wiped their memory? It's just a plot hole. Another good thing in this thing was Trixie. She was an antagonist to a point, but she was just a red herring. I never thought for a second that Trixie was the one that was wiping people's memories. But what surprised the heck out of me is when she showed sympathy for Sunset. She believed Sunset when no one else would. And how she helped Sunset to get to the truth, that was just incredible. Now my theory is that Trixies in both worlds need someone like Starlight or Sunset. Since this world's Trixie doesn't have Starlight, she settles for Sunset, the inferior model. I'm just joking, guys. Don't tear me apart. Anyway, those two interaction was really good. Trixie was her snarky, bitchy self as normal, but she was also very caring and nice to Sunset. I'd still like to know how she teleported out of the classroom since she doesn't have any actual magic in this world. But I just chalk it up as cartoon physics. Also, there was one other question about that scene. Didn't they have their cell phones with them? Just call the office and tell Celestia I'm trapped in a classroom. They'd come and unlock the door for you. It's that easy. And I don't know about this school, but a lot of schools have an intercom button in the classroom where you can push it and the office will answer back. And usually there's a telephone on the desk in there. But, you know, logic never really applied to MLP, so I guess we'll just let that go for now. Now, the antagonist for the episode, Wallflower. She was an okay antagonist. She wasn't anything special. Of course, that was the whole point. She was just a wallflower. Little on the nose with the name, don't you think? I can identify with her up to a point, because I too am quite invisible. But I know it's mostly of my own doing, so I can't blame others for that. Now, I don't blame her for using the Memory Stone to wipe other people's memories of embarrassing things she's done, or bad conversations, or stuff like that. Because I'd probably do the same thing if I had the stone. But at the end, when she just rips Sunset's memories out of her head, she was intending to wipe the minds of the entire main six of their complete high school experience, which means they'd lose everything they learned. That is a bit much. But there is some very good stuff about this special. Is there was no boss fight. There was no need for another transformation boss fight from Wallflower there. You know, there was no need to turn her into a boss and fight. But during that confrontation scene, I kept thinking, Rainbow, you got super speed. You're seeing these memories literally being ripped out of Sunset's head. Go get the freaking stone! Twilight, use your telekinesis and grab the damn thing and pull it away from her. Applejack, run up and crush it with your super strength. But of course, this is Equestria Girls, so we had to have a new magical transformation with new outfits so they can sell more toys. And if that's what it takes to keep these shows going, I guess I can live with that. And in traditional MLP style, she was forgiven at the end and given friends. But at least she didn't join the main six group. So all in all, this was a great special. One other thing I wanted to bring up about this special is the main six's portrayal. They seemed a little bit bitchy for their characters. I understand their memories of Sunset being nice were removed. But since when are they so cold to others, even Sunset? And I find it very hard to believe that they don't have any pictures of her at home. Wouldn't their phone be also full of pictures of her, plus their social media? There should be plenty evidence that they were friends. I'm sure they took tons of pictures at the Battle of the Bands. You think the kids in the school would be looking at their phones say, why is Sunset on the picture with these girls? I thought she was a bad guy. And you think somebody would believe her about this, because only their memories of Sunset were altered. So they know about equestrian magic, they know about Camp Everfree and their pendants, so they all know that magic is here and they have been touched by it. So why exactly did they have such a hard time believing her? I don't know, it just kind of bugged me a little bit. But it does bring up something that's been bugging me for a while about the Equestria Girls. Now, I'm going to be going kind of a rant on Equestria Girls as a concept here. So, this is the end of my review, so if you don't want to listen to this, you can go ahead and click off here. I've had this theory about Equestria Girls for a while now. That Equestria Girls is a good series, but it can't stand up on its own. I've noticed that more and more they are taking concepts straight from the show and recycling them in EQG. A lot of the summertime shorts were taken directly from the show. Different things. And in this one, the best parts about this special was the Equestria parts. I think they realized that this show, without the equestrian magic and characters, it's just kind of a boring high school show. And I think they're running out of ideas here. I don't know, it just seems to me that Equestria Girls might have run its course. Don't get me wrong, I love Sunset to death, and Equestria Girls is still a fun show. But there's a limit to what they can do as teenagers in high school. Even if they graduated, what would happen then? In most normal places, they'd go off to college and separate. Maybe see each other once a year. But how does that work when you got a magical destiny? Now, Applejack, I don't know if she'd just stay at the farm. But Rarity's got a fashion career she's already starting here. Pinkie Pie, we have no idea what she's up to. It doesn't look like she's baking or anything yet. Fluttershy, we never knew what her ambition was. Sunset is a big open question. What is she gonna do after high school? She's technically an illegal alien. So unless she stole her human counterpart's identity, she's got no legal standing in the world she's living in. So how exactly does she get a career, a job, and all that? I don't know. I guess these thoughts are just a little too deep for this, because, you know, it's not supposed to be looked at that deep. You know, they keep telling us in episode after episode that we're being too nitpicky, but that's just who I am. So anyway, I really did like this special, and please support the official release. Bye now.